Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in a she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the price, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She bustin' to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, then she know it.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Now, faking the give. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Into the secondary, past the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Once again, it's Gibbs. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. is a 2nd and 9. A run here with Gibbs. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he'll be taken down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
It was clear from the jump, Mike, that he wanted to take a shot downfield, bought himself a little extra time by moving the launch point. Ball just kind of sailed on him a little bit and ends up falling harmlessly out of bounds.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be taken down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, it's Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
The Bears call out their field goal team. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Bears are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
So quarter 1 in the books, the opening Monday nighter of this new season. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Extra point attempt still to come. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This barely gets to the landing zone. Fielded at the 19. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big... at the end of it. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Come on, set.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
Set.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield.
And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions move out in front, 13-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. Going right sideline and complete. And he will go all the way. Touchdown Bears. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Into the secondary, past the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On second down, it's Gibbs. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Two minutes to go, first half in a two-point game. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. This drive will start on the ground.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stick with him again. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Now a ball deep, middle of the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Third and long. Here's Williams. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield.
He is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
That's a heck of a run right there. And I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
He's going to run it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. They hand it to Gibbs. And he takes it into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Lions 21, Bears 18.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The third quarter begins with a run. Inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 29-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 39 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
To the ground, a first down run.
Number 31, the ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Lions' 30-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. Whoa. And He's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. Pickup at 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion. Now Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and 5. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will score. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Williams to throw on second down. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Third and long. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
Bears 25.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 36-yard line. That one good for 29. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Good running inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Let's go now. Go.
Now a run on 1st down. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Williams. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he'll lose big yardage on this one. Trying to get to the edge. Instead, he steps out of bounds well behind the line.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good. And the Lions will open it up even further. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll run here. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Williams to the air once more. Thrown left side, the catch is made. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Throw it again. It's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL, and they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. This is 1st and 10.
Ready!
Throwing again, Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll come up now for second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. So let's see if the Bears can keep it rolling as they go for two.
Here we go. Here we go.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
70, Timberwolf. Ready?
They'll stick to the ground. They'll run. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Go!
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.